Good, Michael, you're first.
Is this on? All right. Halt. Good afternoon, Chair Simpson, Ranking Member, Ms. McCollum, members of the committee. My name is Jared Michael Erickson. I'm the chairman of the Confederated Tribes of the Colville Reservation. I want to thank you for the opportunity to testify today. The Colville Tribes is a confederation of 12 Aboriginal tribes and bands from across eastern Washington State, northeastern Oregon, and Idaho, and British Columbia. The present-day Colville Reservation is in north-central Washington State and was established by executive order in 1872. The Colville Reservation covers almost 1.4 million acres and is the largest Indian reservation in the Pacific Northwest. There's a constant need for additional funding for tribal law enforcement and detention operations. The Colville Tribes understands and appreciates the needs for increased law enforcement personnel in the aftermath of the Supreme Court decision in McGirt v. Oklahoma. We are concerned, however, that the increases that go solely to Oklahoma will result in funding levels to Indian tribes outside of the Oklahoma withering and remaining flat. Going forward, if the committee intends to continue funneling large increases to Oklahoma, it must also provide increases to the rest of Indian country. The Colville Tribes request that the committee provided a $100 million increase for the Criminal Investigations and Police Services account to enable the tribes in all BIA regions to hire more police officers and retain their existing police officers. In 2020, the IHS awarded the Colville Tribes one of the joint venture facility construction projects for a new clinic in Omak, Washington. The Omak clinic is scheduled to open this November, and the Colville Tribes had unsuccessfully applied for the joint venture in 2007 and 2014, demonstrating how competitive it is. Under the joint venture program, Indian tribe pays to build and equip a new health facility, and IHS provides 80% of the recurring staffing costs for the facility for at least 20 years. Section 105L lease, which was talked about earlier, of the Indian Self-Determination Education Assistance Act requires IHS to pay Indian tribes fair market rental when the tribe carries out the 638 functions at a tribally owned facility. Even though the Indian tribes construct and own the facilities and joint venture projects, IHS has not allowed joint venture projects like the Omak Clinic to be eligible for reimbursement under Section 105L. The Facilities Appropriations Advisory Board and Advisory Committee to the IHS on facility issues has twice recommended that IHS take steps to make joint venture facilities eligible for Section 105L reimbursements, most recently in December 3rd, 2025, letter to IHS. Congress authorized the joint venture program in 1992, long before modern utilization of the Section 105L program, and there's no legitimate reason to exclude joint venture facilities from the section of 105L program. Our written testimony recommends report language that we would like the committee to include that would direct IHS to consult with those Indian tribes with joint venture projects and report back to the committee on options for joint venture project eligibility for the 105L program. Finally, the Colville Tribes joins the Intertribal Timber Council's request that the committee set aside $20 million in its bill to be distributed by the Secretaries of Agriculture and Interior to agencies on a competitive basis on their assessment of where timber sales can be generated the fastest at the lowest cost of the federal government and best be utilized by the forest products manufacturing sector. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to testify today. Be happy to answer any questions the subcommittee may have.
Thank you. Jeremy?